Ladies and gentlemen, return of the king. He is back from the Euro trip. Scott, how
Hang.
was it?
It was amazing.
Yeah. How many countries?
What's that?
How many countries?
4. 5 cities in Germany, Zurich, Switzerland, Strasbourg, France, Salzburg, Austria, and then we went to Neuschwanstein Castle at the southern point
The
of Germany.
delicious irony of an American marching all over Der Vaterland.
Damn right.
How much weight did you lose? Because knowing you probably came back leaner.
4 pounds.
Fucking hate.
I went there at 203, came back, and I weighed in on the scale Monday, same scale that I weighed out in, 199.
And in a week, you're going to be 220 with abs.
Yes.
All right. You have not heard this questionnaire, but we've been doing the Proust questionnaire, which is, I think it's 30 something questions, 36 questions.
Whoa.
Which, according to the author that made it, it's like, it gives you like a deep dive on someone in a short space of time. So I think so far, JJ, Terrence, and Zach have done it. And we figured today you could do it because nobody wants to hear that. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. What do you consider your greatest achievement?
Relationship with my family.
Oh, yeah. What is your idea of perfect happiness?
Balance, agency, autonomy over my life.
We'll take that. All right.
Very
What is
broad.
your current state of mind?
Consent.
Yeah. What is your favorite occupation?
The bullshit aside, I love what I get to do as a coach.
Really?
Yes. The day-to-day of working with athletes, I thoroughly enjoy.
I would be immediately suspicious of anyone that didn't say that their favorite occupation was the one that they did.
Yes.
Yeah.
But side stuff, the politics, the babysitting and dealing with sport coaches. But
what is your most treasured possession?
I don't really put a lot of stock in things.
You're just like a yoked monk. What or who is the greatest love of your life?
Like multiple things. I guess if I had to say it, like probably my guitar, but like even that's not like I enjoy the departure it gives me from life and work, but it's not like that was the first thing that came to mind. Like that took some thinking about it. So I guess fundamentally I really don't have one that's like my most treasured.
And you only bought that because of an offhand comment that I made and didn't realize.
Yeah, my HR feedback in 2018 was good work, get a fucking hobby.
What or who is the greatest love of your life?
The greatest what?
Love of your life.
My family for sure.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say your missus, soft cock. What is your favorite journey?
The one I went on during my college career. I think for what I learned from it, the life lessons taken, the North Star it led me towards with what I'm doing professionally. I think just on so many different levels, it was very, very formative and influential as to who I am and why I am the way I am today.
What is your most marked characteristic? It's got to be the quad, surely. Yeah, I've got some big ass legs, bro.
My loyalty.
Yeah.
I'm loyal.
When and where were you happiest?
This year.
So none of the time that we spent together, that's fine. Um, what is it that you most dislike?
Feeling out of control of my own life.
Interesting. Out of curiosity, when do you feel like you were most out of control? Because you've always seemed in control to me.
So I guess out of control in that I obviously have optionality,
Yeah.
but where it feels like my path is going in one direction and the circumstances of that path feel out of control to me.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like, like trying to advance in this field, dealing with people who don't care to see things in a more logical, more objective light, and you're trying to reason with people that can't be reasoned with, long work hours, overbearing, amounts of work and responsibility, all those things that just kind of like all mounted up in different ways, obviously particularly at our time at William and Mary, where we were told to do this super high level job with none of the human resources or financial resources to do it well or be made to feel valued for our time. So I think it was just where it was like feeling like I was stuck in that rat race of wait, go to work for 12, 14-hour days, go back to bed, no balance outside of life, no like feeling like I had anything but the work. So when the work went well, it was good. But when the work didn't go well, that was like the basis of my self-worth and identity. And when it wasn't going well,
I hate to see it.
Yeah. So definitely then.
Cool. What is your greatest fear?
I don't know. I don't know if anything jumps off the page at me in that light either.
We can circle back. What is your greatest extravagance?
How is that meant?
Like I guess it would be like non-essential spending. Like, what do you like to spunk money on?
Food. Good food.
How much did you spend on that dinner at the top of whatever tower it was in Chicago? I remember you telling me it was a lot of money.
Bro, I think that was 300
Hey.
for two people.
Yeah.
Scott, are you fucking serious?
Bro, the first dinner that me and him went to, we went to Morton Steakhouse.
Right, he was like, I got a reservation somewhere. I think it's like a pub or something like that. We're gonna get some bar food. And we walk into a Morton Steakhouse, and I'm just like,
hell yeah, bro! You in with a rugby guy? That was probably like 100 and something each, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, bro. When we got there, I was just like, you know what? I may not have a lot of money, but I'm eating with the rugby guy and with Jay.
Bro, the waiter started asking my missus what she wanted for dessert. I said, she'll have a water. Which living person do you most despise? And why is it a certain soccer coach?
Dude, I feel like I'm coming off very stoically because I don't have these like valued possessions or greatest fears, or I've like very much pushed that out of my like focus, or I can't control it. I guess who comes to mind is Trump, honestly, with
because he hates immigrants.
Probably going to lose some followers on the channel potentially, but I just very fundamentally what he stood for and what he brought out of the country, to me was really disheartening to see, and the way that it impacted a lot of people through a lot of delayed or second, third, fourth, fifth level order effects.
He did let me in though, so I won't have a word.
Let you in, yes.
Yeah.
So on that front, he can have a very slight pass. But
okay.
Yeah.
What is your greatest regret?
Again, I pushed thinking about that stuff out of the way, but I think if I were to pin it to one, it probably would have been, again, I appreciated the journey I had at Illinois State, and I think I learned a lot from it, and it afforded me a lot of opportunities in life going that route. In my own interest, I think it would have been really interesting to see what sort of potential I could have reached if I had stayed in town and went to the D3 school that really wanted me down the road, and continued working with the private trainers that I was working with there, because that was when I felt like I was at playing my best football.
Yeah.
Was when I was actually training like an athlete, not just like a college football meat stick that I became. So I think I always wonder how my career would have gone. One, if I'd gone somewhere where I was, wanted and would have been the man right away. And then two, would have been trained in a way that didn't just make me a fucking block that couldn't move well or have the savviness and problem solving abilities that I had in high school. So I always think that would have been like one thing that could have potentially taken my life in a different direction. But do I say
you can't wish it away though, hey, because it's like, if let's say you had an absolute dream 4 years and you somehow ended up as like a D3 guy that gets into the NFL, the overwhelming likelihood is that you're going to do it for 2 years or less, and then you're going to be chewed up and spat out. And it's like, you can't wish it. Well, you can, but if it was me, I would not wish away where I am now. It's always, like the butterfly effect.
I played Division I football. I have a story of being walk onto a scholarship guy. I played for national championship, and it's like all those experiences give me, some different bits and pieces in life that maybe I wouldn't have had the chance to speak on and have the experience of, having a harder path that I had to learn and grow a lot through. Probably wouldn't be the same person I am or in the position that I am today. So
I never would have met me. So, there you go.
Exactly.
Which talent would you most like to have?
Being able to play piano would be tight.
I started the piano when I was like 24.
Did you?
I did. Yeah, I started learning, but then like work just took over. But someone was like, why didn't you learn the guitar? And I was like, you can't sit a woman on top of a grand guitar.
That is true.
That's one of the things that I want to go back to.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've thought about it, like maybe it's like I just every decade or so I pick up a new instrument and just go at it. So for this next decade or however many years it's been, 2 years, so 8 more years, I'll really go at it with guitar. Then when I'm what age would that make? 27. So when I'm 37, I'll go to piano or something like that, and just keep.
Yeah. It's remarkably intellectual.
It is.
Music thing. Yeah.
It is. And it's been a very interesting, like thinking about where I started when I first got it, and I'm like sitting there like barely able to put together a basic chord, and now to be able to like put it into songs and do variations on it and know multiple ways to play it, it's just like.
Are you that guy at parties now?
Officially that guy at parties? No, not be that guy at parties.
Where would you like to live?
Southeast somewhere. Carolinas, maybe Georgia.
Interesting.
My kind of vibe. Although if I did get the right opportunity.
Even though they're such Republican states.
They are. I do just overall.
They just brought back the firing squad in South Carolina.
They did do that. I think overall I just like the food culture, the slower lifestyle, being close to the ocean, but the racism, the right-wingedness, maybe I'll find a little pocket somewhere.
Yeah. What do you regard as the lowest depth of misery?
Damn.
Yeah. I told you this questionnaire is spicy.
Wow.
JJ's answer was metabolic illness.
He He did have some low points there.
You can't just buy something you already got.
Hey, tell the Cume what you weigh now without any supervision.
I think I was like 107 today. What's that
Yeah.
in American?
107 is
Like 230?
oh
Yeah.
no, comfortably more, like like 240.
I don't think
Awesome.
it's size 240. That's a good up.
Yo, we got
Let me
all
work it out. Hey, let me work it out.
Wow.
235.
Let's say it's like 235, right?
Yeah.
235. 235.4. It's still not bad.
Bruh.
I got to 212 after the third lockdown.
Vicky Queen over here. Man.
I love Fun JJ.
I had a brownie today as well.
Did you?
Yeah, you saw it.
Oh yeah.
Wait, let me show you what I got for tonight.
Oh.
And then I'll get back to the questions. I think I have an answer.
Somewhere, Eric Corum's spidey senses started tingling.
Spidey senses started and began shaking.
It's just shaking his head.
Deepest form of misery. I would. Trying to think how to articulate it. I think it's like fixation on things that are outside of your control, but not having the wherewithal to accept, or the understanding to accept that they're out of your control, but being entirely fixated on them.
True. What is the quality you like most in a man?
Altruism.
What about women?
Same thing.
Equal opportunities.
Damn right.
What is the trait that you most applaud in yourself?
Stubbornness.
And what about other people? I feel like stubbornness can be a virtue.
It can be.
George Bernard Shaw, the unreasonable man adapts the world to himself. That's why the world is run by unreasonable men. Here's the thing too. Taleb talks about the power of the minority. So like in Islam, you can only marry other people that have converted. So like for the Islamic population of Egypt, like I think it was like a couple of 100 years ago, it was like 2%. And now it's like 90 whatever percent it is. So being stubborn and sticking to your guns.
This is true. I think I stick to them in certain moments to my decrement, where it's more just me being stubborn in the interest of my own preservation rather than what is correct.
So what about other people?
Ignorance.
What do you most value in your friends?
Loyalty.
Who is your favorite hero of fiction? Bro, I don't read enough fiction to do this. I haven't read fiction in like 10 years.
Not enough either. I'm about to go to movies. We're going to say Tony Stark, baby.
How are you? I thought you were going to do when we did the Strength Coach Network, like scholarship memberships, it's like, oh, what have been the 5 most influential non-coaching books that you've read? Fucking Harry Potter. I'm sorry to those individuals.
Get out of here.
Hey, don't curse Harry Potter. My niece loves that book.
Yeah, because your niece is a child, not an adult trying to break into an industry.
Now, in all fairness, I loved those books as a kid too, but
They're good books.
I would not cite them as books trying to get a continuing education scholarship.
Yeah. And of course, the few others that cited the Bible, which they're welcome to do.
Careful, I'm in a house of God. Pause.
Yeah. What are your heroes in real life?
My parents.
I fucking love your parents. Which living person do you most admire?
My dad.
Let's say it's not anyone you know.
Okay. Nobody readily coming to mind.
Um,
Okay, move on.
on what occasions do you lie?
I've really worked hard to push myself away from doing that. I think if I were to at this point, it would be because it was in the interests of the other person on a, no, that's not right.
Like to protect their feelings?
Yeah. To act in their, no, because even then it's like, I'm trying to think like, I think like the more recent lying I would have done is like to sport coaches to make sure it was in the best interest of the student athletes, but the coach hearing what they wanted to hear.
Yeah.
That's
like
probably,
sell them what they want, give them what they need.
yep. I think that's probably, yeah, that would be.
Right. If you told unadulterated truth to sport coaches, you would never do any work.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? I think it's moronic and you're unqualified to do your job.
I guess,
Call another meeting.
yes. Because I've had that moment and I probably should not have said it that way.
Bro, I had a sport coach slam a door on me in Japan.
Really?
Yeah. Like he had this hour-long argument with me in front of other sport coaches to be like, oh, what about this? I was like, no, you're wrong. Here's why. Boom, boom, boom. Every time he tried to make a point. He's like, well, how should we be setting it up? And I honestly answered, drew it out on the board for him to set up. And he's like, are we doing this? I said, no, we're not doing this. And he's like, well, why would you not do it like this? I said, the first meeting we had when I came in was you told me the boys didn't like the program. We're not strong. We're not fast. We're not fit. And the program needed to change. And I just did it for you. And then he fucking slammed the door and walked out. Got fired the next year. What do you consider to be the most overrated virtue?
Damn, these are some.
Fucking spicy, right?
Yeah.
And you can't say like a fake virtue, like the appearance of a virtue.
Mm-hmm. Damn. I don't know.
You know when sometimes they'll do like highlights of a podcast
Mm-hmm.
and they'll just like cut to like clips. Your highlight's going to be a minute long of you going. Hmm.
Getting stumped by these questions.
Yeah, we're almost done, bro.
All right.
Which words or phrases do you most overuse?
Bro, dude.
I mean, I'm gonna let you answer for when I do it. What do you think the word that I use the most is?
It's got to be culture because we said the phrase "hard work forging great culture."
If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be?
I like me how I am. I don't think I'd change anything.
I love you just the way you are. Someone should write a song about that. What are your favorite names?
Favorite names?
Yeah. I feel like this is a tough one when you don't have kids.
It is. I've liked the name Slade a lot.
How are you?
Yeah.
Unlucky for you, well, for me and JJ, that is actually a prog rock band in the UK.
So I'd say that'd be the one for guys.
You keeping that on deck?
Yeah, I'll keep it on deck.
So I'll tell you what my baby was going to be called if it was a girl.
I believe it was Sunshine.
Sunshine, yeah, they were both going to be called Sunny regardless. I seem like much less of a hippie now, though. How would you like to die?
In my sleep, loved ones around me.
Why are they going to be around you when you're sleeping?
Fucking.
Fucking creep. I want to die peacefully in my sleep, not screaming like my passengers. If you were to die and come back as a person or a thing, what do you think it would be?
Dude, let me come back as a dolphin.
They're
Or
pretty vicious, though. Hey,
they're pretty what?
in the wild, they're pretty vicious.
Believe so. But also, being able to swim around the ocean would be tight.
Oh, so you would not be like in a Mexican resort with tourists?
No.
I feel like that would be much less of a perilous existence. Like in the wild, you obviously, where's the next meal coming from? I'm going to get eaten by a great white shark. Whereas like you're in the Mexican resort, you can just like hump chicks in their bikinis all the time. What is your motto?
I think I've really latched on to, does it make the boat go faster on a very fundamental level, as well as the application to the work that we do. I just think looking to have a purpose that drives you towards the things you're doing in life, and that what you're doing is serving that purpose, not just wasting time or not providing you with benefit that's going to advance you towards the happiness you want out of life. So like I always have that written up on my whiteboard ever since we began talking about it at William and Mary, and
Welcome.
purposes of being my North Star towards my job, and then, really fundamentally pulling back and kind of being North Star in life. I think that's probably been the motto.
What is your favorite online platform for programming and distributing training to athletes?
It has to be Team Builder.
I agree, Team Builder. Sign up through strengthcoachnetwork.com. You can actually use a link to sign up for Team Builder and get access to a whole bunch of programs, which is not available to the general public. So yeah. Thank you very much, the King.
The introspection.